Watch more powerful and impactful videos. Also join us on the comment section, on the chat section. Chat us up. Tell us what you think about the topics of the day. What insights do you have about the topics of the day? What's your favorite meme for the day? And let's have an amazing time. So let's get...
Welcome to Firebrand Nation News. I'm your host, Firebrand Michelle. I am very excited to have you join me. This is the festive season. It's almost Christmas in a few days. I know Corona has brought a lot of ish this year, but guess what? We're still supposed to celebrate and have fun in Christmas. And as always on set, I am joined by amazing panelists. I keep saying this, guys, we are family, like we are entangled for life. So I'll start with Pastor Kevin. Welcome to the show. Kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you. I'm Firebrand Kevin. Also a pastor.
Did you just lose words?
Yeah?
Did you just lose words?
Am I supposed to say Firebrand, Pastor,
Firebrand,
Merry Christmas,
Pastor,
Happy New Year, 2021? Like I'm lost. The words to use. Yeah, so that is it.
Let's start from Xavier. So what's your name? Who are you? The greatest dancer.
I am Kevin Mulima. Professionally, I'm an engineer. Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank
you. I feel very professional. Welcome to the show. Yes, Firebrand Joshua.
Thank you so very much. Kama kawa, kama dawa ni mimi na mnanitambua, majina ni yale yale sijabadilisha. Same Joshua Joe, Rev Joshua, musician, artist, voice coach. Call it, name it. It's the end of the year. It's festive season. Karibu. I'm excited.
Call it, name it. Yes, we are sorry. And before we get deeper to the show, something happened for Kesi Badai. It got nominated, so kindly tell us what to do. How do we vote for it? How many times? The number?
You can vote as many times as possible. I need to just in a minute get the right codes.
Celebrity ni gharama unanga PA because the last show actually give me a minute to get
exactly.
What do you mean?
You just ambushed me. My manager, you should get this memo because the host today ananipeleka mbio. Anafikiria mimi ni
this is the last show of 2020. I am so excited because I never thought December itafika. I feel like Corona ilikuja tu, then April happened, and then the years.
Yeah,
then March just
January,
happened.
February,
right,
March.
Alafu, it stopped.
Then Corona, then BBI.
Exactly.
Then now December.
Yeah. I know, right? I'm very, very excited. So as you're getting the details, let's switch off to the next meme. But I keep saying, Firebrand Kevin is an amazing dancer. Go get him in Firebrand Nation Kenya and Firebrand Nation on YouTube. You'll see his dancing skills. And I think he's on Instagram, but I'm not really sure. He needs to tell us. And then Firebrand Joshua, I'm not even sure if he's a dancer, but one thing I'm sure about is he's an amazing worshiper and he serves in the office of a reverend. So let's hit the meme.
I have a dancing spirit. And
whining.
Okay, I got it. To vote for Kesi Badai Collabo of the Year, courtesy of FEMA Awards, you SMS the word FEMA to 09H. So FEMA, then there's a space 09H. So SMS that to 22384. 22384.
And you can SMS as many
times as possible to make this song the collabo of the year, Joshua Joe and Kyla Kin.
When is the deadline?
The deadline is 26th. That's like in the next few days, 5 or 6 days. Yeah. And we are winning this thing.
And where can we get the song?
The song is in on every platform. You can get the song on YouTube. Just search Kesi Badai, Joshua Joe, Kyla Kin. And you can get it on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Wait, you have a TikTok account? Okay,
Yeah, it's registered even on your TikTok. Just search Kesi Badai by Joshua Joe and Kyla Kin. You'll get the song. You can do as many challenges as you want. Yeah, in every platform. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Let's hit the meme section, but I'm actually shocked, Kev. I didn't think Joshua has a TikTok account. Corona was not ready for us. 2020 was not ready for this. So I'll start with the first meme. I like Will Smith. Anyway, So lakini mbona watu lazy huchukiwa na hakuna kitu wamefanya?
Inakwanga tu hivyo.
Si ni like
ni part of life. Ni part of life.
Lakini mtu lazy manze ni mbori. Juu bado mpaka utarepeat vitu mara 3 ndio ashike. Yeye mtu anakuambia
unaweza kuwa na conserve energy for something bigger. Unaweza pata labda kulala kwake ni anakuwa na good dreams. So because after all watu tuna chase dreams. Kuna mwingine by the way when alikuwa na chase dreams zake aliambia God dreams zake zikame into reality akaotaki. I think alikamuumia mguu. It happened. So maybe anaweza kuwa one of them mwenye
nani huyo? Kwa nini na sound undertone? Nani huyo?
We are not pointing fingers.
We are not pointing fingers. Tuliambiwa tukae.
Nothing. Give me the next name, Firebrand Kevin.
Okay, kuna this meme. It's interesting. Kuna Muislamu ameibiwa simu hapa Tawaka shout, Jesus Christ. And then the reply kills it. Ati hiyo ni njaro yao ndio wa celebrate Christmas na sisi. At the end of the day, I don't know kama it was only us, but when we were young, tulikuwa tuna celebrate all forms of holiday.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether ni Ramadan, whether ni Eid Fitri, right. All those Christmas. The only difference ilikuwa time ya Christmas tulikuwa tunanunuliwa nguo, but hii time nyingine alafu tulikuwa na celebrate na maparu.
Right.
But this other one. So it was fun. So inakapia wanataka kuretaliate wao.
So wanataka celebrate nini yetu? Christmas yetu.
Lakini watu wa meme manze. I keep shouting out kwa watu wa meme. I don't know how they come up with this.
Alafu na hiyo reply ni mtu amehack nini?
Account
I have Joshua the next week.
I finally met her today. May God destroy Snapchat. What did she look like? Like Pogba.
Before now we get to the main conversation, have you ever been catfished?
I won't say that I was catfished.
What exactly
because
happened?
At that time catfishing haikuwa part of it. When I think
and I hope unajua catfishing si kwenda kunini fish, si kuvua cat. Okay. I just needed to know that.
Yeah, it is catfishing, like fishing your pH. Like you know when you are organizing blind dates, especially when Facebook was popular, like right. When Facebook was Facebook, wachana na siku hizi ni it's just a dump site for so many things. Wow. When like ilikuwa na content, unaenda unaona mtu ako na ameweka picha. Manze, every time you refresh kuna kama ame-upload another photo ndio uone kama ni yeye. And then una extend unasema unatupa mistari hapa pale. And then you agree that let us meet. Oh God, I thank God. Nilienda na earphones. So nilenye unamuuliza first of all where are you and how are you dressed?
Jina kwanga mko wapi tumefika na sasa mjuani.
Yeah, so the earbuds ziko hapo and then unaongea sasa through the earphone.
Right.
So kimwona tu hivi nakata tu simu, you just continue.
Unalenga pole
tu unaenda tu.
Hapa na kitu chako?
Hata huwezi nijua, huwezi niona.
Unajua hiyo time unaenda umevaa
kofia. Kweli mwalimu na catfish kujuaje?
No, lazima honestly such things you never know who you are going to meet.
Right.
So suppose, and that was then by the now I don't do such things. Suppose then nimeenda na tumekaa hapo hivi sasa tunaongea. And then akwe Pogba. So we are talking with Pogba hapo hivi. And then like what happens sasa
like chali kwa sasa sijui kwa nini
what will the people say nitaambia watu nini
acha nikwambie hiyo time unatokanga just in case we meet na mkaongea unatokanga hapo abeba you see
let's hear your experience.
Waze upset tunabonga na yeye sijui alipata wapi namba yangu
hebu ngoja before alikuwa ni msee like ni msee like alikuwa category ya kitu msee
no yani aliget number akanicall then tukaongea for a number of days nini Neno alisuggest, mbona tusimeet? Sawa, wacha tu meet. Picha yenye alikuwa ameweka WhatsApp.
So ni juicy.
Profile
WhatsApp ni juicy.
We're talking about 2 years ago. Ile profile alikuwa ameweka versus
vitu kwa ground
vitu kwa ground. Pogba.
Pogba square.
Hapana, hiyo same na kikuta. Hiyo chiko tu sawa.
Vibe ilisha hivyo. Vibe ilisha tu hivyo. Yaani mwana tu hivi. Nililipa bill lakini
ulilipa bill ukasema hii unailipa kama school fees.
Inalipia bravi.
But personally, I'm usually against my opinion, against blind dating. Because you never know who you're meeting.
See, this is not even dating.
Yeah.
It's just that
but that's why it's called a blind date.
You're not a blind
date. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to meet somebody so that you can have quote unquote a future together. I don't know.
Not only even a future. Maybe try vibe and maybe this person will be a friend. Maybe you're trying to look at your chemistry. It doesn't have to be maybe someone you will date or anything. Correct. Maybe a business or just a friend. Yeah, but you go and realize.
Sometimes it happens.
But what is the percentage?
Inaweza kuwa, it depends on the basis of your conversations. If the conversations that you have been having are real conversations, it might be nono venye kwa show inakuanga that we extend this conversation to this platform.
Right.
So now we extend this conversation
to the platform.
Exactly. So the platform just changes. But now the problem is when things become real, you try to realize. Sometimes you extrapolate when what happens if the relationship continues
escalates
and then it was something else. Am I really going to cope with this?
No.
Am I really confident to walk with them in the public and all? And we are not against anything of such, but there is always that every person has got their own bias and there is just
expectation.
Something
and there are people you connect to. There are type of people that you just connect to. Then you realize,
What am I say? Actually, sikuwa najua pia kuna kwanga na levels Peter Dem say kuna level. Mimi nakwambia siku hizi nomoka kana nini.
Akisikia amepewa tag ya. Kwanza iko na capital P, si small p.
Next to you.
Hey, there is this meme here. Tumia yako nitakurudishia ukifika.
The most used phrase right now. Boy child rising. Wanarudishanga.
Ukisikia this,
hiyo ndo rudi.
Tumia yako nitakurudishia nikifika.
Hiyo ni njara ya kukwambia manze sote.
Hiyo.
Hakuna tutarudi.
Hiyo hakuna kurudi.
Hakuna kurudi. Tumia tu yako. Ni kama kusema to sort.
But at the end of the day, kama muona, if let's say we have agreed with somebody that they are the ones who have suggested that let us meet. No, you can't tell me to me a fair because you're the person who suggested. But if I suggested,
exactly.
But if I did suggest, na nikwambie that tumia yako utakurudisha. No, that's a problem.
Right.
But most of the time it is sunibuy lunch or sunifanyie this. And then that day comes, I don't have like it is the person mwenye ali request we meet anataka tena tumiwe. And then worst of it all they never show up. No, sasa unamwambia wewe tumia tu nitakurudishia ukifika. By the way, it's an insurance. Especially kama ni a blind date or something. It's an insurance. In that akikam na upate labda things are not going as you expected.
Nimse.
Kama ni
imse.
Yeah, so you just unaweza terminate your contract first.
Although pia boy child rising hata kama anakwambianga tumia yako atakurudishana na kusakurudisha. The next date analipa. Na bado
how many times over?
Exactly, like 4 or 5 times
in one.
And then but
hiyo moja uanze tu hiyo kulipa 5 times from the beginning.
No, it's not. No, it doesn't work that way.
Ndio unakata na sex.
Ni kama
kuna shida. Anasema tu.
I'm saying it's like In gambling, of which I condemn it kabisa, no one should participate in such things. You cannot get the reward without first of all like staking, or even in life, you can't get a profit without first of all injecting capital. So why does someone want to get the profit?
Okay,
No, why do you want to get a profit
without injecting
the capital yako
so
kwanza
capital ni dem alipe ya kwanza?
Exactly.
But then
bills zake za kwanza, investors watakam later
on. But then ni after that is who is after who?
It is haijalishi who is after who.
The
thing is, who suggested?
No, we're just talking. It's just a conversation. So then who's interested in the girl?
No, it's not interest. It is a direct, like, if I'm let's give an example. If I'm interested in you and you are not interested in me, then declare it and let that thing cease. But if I show interest in you and you are responding, it also shows that you are also interested in me. So whatever I do, you should replicate. Only that mine, maybe I might go an extra mile, but you are also supposed to play.
Wapi makofi ya boy child.
No, check it out in the comment section. Do you agree or not? If you start, akuna history ya capital, like start for me, start from the beginning. Start from the foundation. Kwanza juzi ulituchapa nini pania foundation. Start from the foundation na kuna nothing.
Alafu ukiangalia pia hiyo ya nini, ya tumia yako nitakurudishia. Haikwangi ya day one.
Exactly.
Oh, definitely.
Kwa day one. Sasa boy ukaangalia.
Lakini ikianza day one hiyo ni red flag.
Kama ni day one, hiyo ni normal. Kama ni day
but
one.
I'm just asking, day one, can someone even ask you for money?
No. Bruh, it depends.
Me, I can't.
It depends.
Me honestly, even in meetings, if someone we agree.
Ukiona mtu anakuitisha dosi ya kwanza ni mlaina.
Like hata we agree that, for example, we are meeting, even with a friend, we are meeting to discuss something. I can't send them the money, even if they don't have, they just have to find it. I can give them fair kurudi, but I can't give them.
But I think fair kurudi, I don't think like by day one you should start money issues. That's just
sometimes
at times, situations.
Yeah, because in
this is the thing. By the time you say me,
it can be.
Which I have no issue about it. But I'm usually like by the time umeoga, you're ready to go out for entanglement. Anyway, by the time you go and meet for an entanglement, like you should be prepared.
True.
Yeah.
Because you're not sure who the other person is. So is there an expectations?
Hata kopa mabeshti, uende wezi enda
exactly.
Kwanza unapatiwa.
Right.
Yeah,
at least that's
true.
what I think.
Yeah, but sometimes the reason as why I'm saying that sometimes things change. Inaweza, you know, Nairobi, that mvua inaweza a drop inaweza come and then the zipande.
Yeah, but
so in such a thing you can chip in, umeelewa?
But that's limited case.
It's a very limited case. So in such extraordinary circumstances of which the probability is 1 in a million, sometimes it happens, maybe unaweza chip. But it's coming from you. Si eti nakwambia. It's coming from you.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Since relationship imespark, kwa nini last Monday kulikuwa na mimi ya machalio na chongo pole pole. So Firebrand Kevin, let me put you in the spotlight. Is that true? Because I feel like kuna information girl child and I need kujua. I think there's something.
Wait, today's discussion.
Today's discussion
is open. So today is open.
Actually, if you're watching this right now, is PG. Be guided.
Be guided. So this is it.
Right. Since
it's
a festive season, so it's about relationships.
Yeah. There is a fallacy. There is a fallacy that women are very complicated. And I'm saying it's a fallacy because if you just take time to study women, you'll realize that they're not very complicated.
Actually, it's not a fallacy. I tend to disagree. It is the truth.
For me, I think it's not a fallacy. It's not the truth, but it's a fallacy because women, most of the time, they tend to act emotionally most of the time. So if you really understand how emotions work, you will understand how women work. And I've taken time just to understand how basically the hormones that control women, most of the time estrogen.
Those complicated hormones, of course, yeah.
So
that's why they're complicated.
Like when one hormone rises above the other.
Please, relax.
Yeah, when there is an imbalance between these two hormones, it controls the woman.
Why do I feel like this is a hate speech? Okay.
No. I'm just being. That is why.
Christmas is in a few days. Anything can slide.
That is why unasikianga. It's very. A man hawezi pata mood swings. kunanga kitu kama hiyo, but
unless
ni via towards the other end. But for ladies, it's simply because that these hormones was in a change rapidly. It is a rapid change. So when kuna that change, the body to act emotionally. So why is this important? Women also think that men act the same way they
so we tend to think you're also emotional.
Exactly. Okay. And we are not emotional.
And we forget that you don't have the same hormones.
Exactly. We don't have the same hormones. It's, especially for us, the hormone that control us, like testosterone, and these other hormones like something like serotonin, although it's in most of the people, right. But it is more towards the men simply because they want to win. Right. So that is why, especially like serotonin, endorphins, they are high.
Right.
So for a man, they will tend to act logically simply because they want to boost their serotonin levels, right. So that they feel like I am a conqueror. And that one, it affects how we operate. Okay. I will tend to act logically so that I boost my logical self, not my emotional being. So most of the decisions that we make, they are logical, not emotional. And during that discussion, I'll put also Rev Joshua on the spotlight. Right. He said something that a man can tolerate a woman, even for years. Ako tu hapo. See, like you don't want to live.
Like up to 2 years.
Yeah, even 2 years, 3 years, they can tolerate them. And the reason is simple. I don't have any attachment with you.
Okay, but then
you are in my mind, right. You are not in my heart.
But
I can't change my mind, I can't change my heart. So it's that simple.
Okay.
My mind is, I'm more focused towards solving a problem right now. So if you are there to solve this problem, then you fit inside the box. And the moment that problem ceases, that is why friends with benefit, their importance only ends when that benefit is over. So they cease. But for a woman, during that time, even at the time like the friends with benefit thing, when after that point you find that they are starting to develop emotions with the person. You get it? But the man, it was just once.
It's logic.
Like it's logical. Like I had some things that I wanted to release, and that's all.
I'm in it to live with you.
Exactly, and that's all. Nothing else.
Right.
So I tend to think that women think that we men act like or think or process information the same way that emotionally. So when we take time to just to decipher things so that we may make a decision, they think that we are slow. The moment I approach a lady, the response that they are going to give me, it can tell me that they are interested right now or not, or in the future they will be interested or not. I can know.
Okay.
So based on that, I can gauge in the future, what am I supposed to do if my objective is to win her over? What am I supposed to do right now and in the future? So for right now, if a woman, I know that, let's say they are visionary, and right now I don't have, like my talk has not been visionary talk.
Right.
I can start reading things for the future so that my conversations have full content. But right now, I will start changing my conversation so that they suit whatever she desires.
Okay.
You get it? But based on how she responded for the first time, you hear some women saying that we are mtoto because of the way Ali responded.
Okay.
But with time, inamaanisha that maybe the only reason as to why they're not interested in them is that bado ana behave kama mtoto. But the man will know.
Okay.
You get it? So he will know, and he might start adjusting because it's more of a logical thing. And past some point, now when you see that this woman fits the context that you can build something with them, because remember, a man is focused on winning. Every man wants to win.
Okay.
Every man wants to win. Even the lazy people will see that they're doing nothing. They also want to win. It's only that they don't want to put the effort. So once they realize that they have gotten to that point where like this person can take me to the next level. Now they start building that friendship.
So you focus on relationships like a
challenge. Later. The relationship part is
later. Okay.
Exactly.
So but now winning her over is a challenge.
It's not really a challenge. The thing is, I don't want to win you. In short, I don't want to take everybody to my heart.
Okay.
That is why even married men, they have side relationships. But bado utasikia kusema that my wife usimguse because I'm in the place. Ametoka kwa mind, saizi uko kwa heart. So the fact that women, Yeah,
That's
not
what
really
you say.
switching on and off. It just passes a point where I can invest in this woman, so I take her to the heart because I'm focusing on something.
No,
which is
meaning
greater
switching
than-
on and off as in your mind and your heart. Like, do they work concurrently?
No, they don't work. They don't.
So
work
one works, the
concurrently.
other, okay.
The first one is
So you're not
it's a stage.
multitaskers, okay.
It's a stage. So the first filter is the mind.
Okay.
If this woman is, they are all about party, they will end in the mind. So what happens in the mind? All the instant gratification things. The heart is very patient.
Right.
The instant gratification thing, they end in the mind. So I will focus on my energy towards her on those things. But now when it comes to building the future, it is the heart. Because I want something that never changes over time. So I will tend to put them there. So most women forget that, and they think that they are in the heart. Someone tells you that, I love you with all my heart. No, that one is just a phrase. It's just a phrase.
Wow.
Until the point that they have discovered themselves. And personally, I think that it is very difficult for a man to really love a woman if they don't know themselves. I just think, personally, I think so, because what really brings a woman to a man, it is a vision that you are out to finish,
right,
to accomplish. So if you don't have that vision, then it is the outward appearance that brings you. So what happens when that outward appearance lapses?
Right.
So that means that the thing that was connecting you, it ceases. So now you can go, I can bring someone else. So for you to be brought to that point that you are inside, you are in my heart, now that one, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of investment. So women, I tend to think that they think that simply because that they have shown that I'm not interested in you. And for a man, by the way, we don't love being embarrassed. That's another thing. Maybe Joshua will add to
Let
that.
him keep it.
Yeah, we don't love being embarrassed. So if I approach you and then you turn me down, I will play like I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, by the way. So I'll just be there, although I know that I'm not there.
Okay.
I'm just there. And sometimes it
so
gets
you're there
worse.
physically, but not
Yes,
no
I know that there
attachments,
is nothing that we can do together. And sometimes it gets bad.
So it's not being slow.
It's not being slow. I just process it, but I don't want to opt out just like that.
Okay.
For women, I said again, they act emotionally. Unaniudhi this easy, and I tell
So
you that
immediately,
let us end this
exactly.
relationship right now. But for a man, I will never tell you that. Atakuwa tu
So you
compose.
slowly pull out
Exactly,
pole.
pole.
Yeah.
But hiyo pia from the heart inakwanga hard sana. That's why men fight for relationships. By the way, men do fight for marriages and all that because it is an investment. You don't want to divorce and then you split your wealth.
So you'd rather stay entangled with further chinkanini. Let me hear Joshua's view.
Exactly.
This is a very amazing topic.
Yes.
I can say it. Yeah. Just
Let's pick it from, he said it's a fallacy being emotional, and you said it's not, so let's start it from there.
being complicated.
Yes.
I just think ladies are complicated, and it's a fact. This is the reason. Men think straight.
Actually, I'm feeling, by the way, it's fine,
This is the reason.
Yeah.
Men think straight.
Ladies
As you
think in
say,
circles.
Their logic. The thinking of ladies or women is in a web chain.
Yeah.
A web is very complicated. So,
Right.
and being complicated doesn't necessarily mean in a negative way.
Yeah.
They are very complicated things that are good. They are good still. And that's what I'm saying. It's very hard to understand women. It's very you'll take time because you will have this friend or a wife or a spouse, and you've lived with them for years, and they'll wake up one day, they'll surprise you. I mean, there's no day, the time you think you've understood a lady, then boom, they come up with something new, whether positive or negative. You get? That's what I'm saying. They are complicated. The reason I'm saying they're complicated is because you can never fully understand them. You've tamed them. You see the way, and the reason why I'm saying that also is, let's say for example, in between a guy and a lady, when both of them are cheating, who is likely to be caught? Is it a lady or the guy?
It's the guy.
It's the guy, because the guy is so logic. He will not hide those you know.
That's true.
But ladies, the complication they have, they can. That's why you hear people say the only person who knows the kid
Right, he's a lady.
Is the lady.
Right.
That's how complicated they are. Right?
I can defend you anyway. Let me not say you're slow. I don't know what exactly happens there.
Where?
No, like how wouldn't you know the kid is not yours? How do you father 4-5 kids without knowing?
Hey, you can.
It's because of the what Firebrand Kevin is talking about.
I think you guys tend
in terms of once a guy loves a lady, they become foolish.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, and because they just give everything.
True.
That's why if you want to get a man, they send women to get them.
True.
Yeah, even in the Bible, when this guy was told to go and cast the children of Israel.
Yeah, right.
And he could not
Actually,
cast them.
that is the only way
Yeah.
that Israel was able to be defeated.
That's how they were defeated.
Women.
Because the best thing is send them women.
Yeah.
Don't even fight them.
Yeah.
Because their God will cast them.
Right. Yeah. Once they're
Yeah,
defied.
once they're defied, the curse, because it's a principle, will be upon them. And that's the exact thing. So women are amazing creation, very complicated, but
In a good, which is not necessarily negative or positive.
And that's
right?
why when Firebrand Kevin says, sometimes women are people you can't just leave them like that.
True.
You can't wake up today and decide, don't call me, don't text me, don't. No.
Yeah.
It's complicated for men at that point, because number one, men don't want drama.
True.
You know. So because you don't want drama, and then again, because they're emotional beings, you don't want to just drop their heart like a hot potato. So you just place them down.
Alafu unawatoka pole
Yeah,
pole.
you actually make sure
Mimi nafaa kwa vice versa. Unatoka pole pole.
Yeah, pole pole. So that's I think was the essence of the period of living that lady. It would take a while. It would even take 2 years or even 3 years or even 4 years sometimes. You get?
Yeah, but that's such a waste of time.
It's not really a waste of time.
2 years.
It actually is.
How many people have you missed?
Personally, I think
The reason I think it might be, it might not be. In this case, for the guy it might not be, but for the lady it might be.
yes.
Because the guy has already moved on. True. You know.
But you're still around.
Yeah, but you're still around. But the lady has not moved on. The lady still hopes that one day this thing will work. You get? And the process, the chain continues. She continues wasting the time. So by the time you have like 3 or 4 years, say you're already wasted. You're so heartbroken. It's a messy situation. Yeah. So I don't know exactly, but such is life. Sometimes you you don't. That's the challenge that I think men do have.
Right.
You just don't want to drop someone. So just slow. Not that they are slow, but they're trying to think logically
How to drop the person.
how to drop the person.
Interesting. I was like, but the one thing I usually think, since we are just talking, and I'm not a guy, so I'll just give my opinion. I usually feel that you guys tend to, the logical aspect tends to shut out the sixth sense. So like you'd know that this person is not probably good for you, but then because you always think logically, you tend to shut that, like like when your wife is cheating or when the kids are not yours, the foolish state, quote unquote. I usually feel it's more like silencing, because it's more about, you're more focused on being logical, but you actually can feel that you mtu isi wako. I don't know.
it is I would say
And
that
even
somehow,
even without having kids, just even in a relationship when you're being cheated on, you're able to know, but it's just that you guys have to be very logical when they umpate in the actual act and things like that.
that is true. That is true. And the thing, as I said earlier, from what I've come to learn is that men are more focused not on the relationships. And it's just sad to say this, but if like you might get that men, they can live without women if they are fulfilling their goals. That is why you find that even some of the more successful people, they are single,
Right.
single in text,
Right.
but they are hanging out with other women for
Right.
pleasure, for the
Right.
purpose of pleasure, not any other thing. So that is the complication that comes with all these things. So if I can push myself, sometimes we ask ourselves, what is the need of the other person?
Right.
Maybe they're just coming to waste the resources that I've spent all my years gathering. And so sometimes it overshadows, and it's not that we are somehow foolish, but I think, as Rev Joshua said, that we just don't want drama. It is true that your wife might be cheating on you, but then you ask yourself, if I pursue this thing to the end, most likely it will be that maybe the wealth will be split.
Right.
So I've spent all the time gathering only for this wealth to be split, like 50-50. You get all the wealth. So I say, for the next couple of this period of time, I won't even talk about it, although I know it. I know whatever is happening. And you will know even the trends of the woman, of the man. They come late. Like, it will just be known, because again, we don't hide these things.
Right.
We don't
You're
even
not
know how
able
to hide.
Right.
So some patterns will change. But at the background, some things are happening. That is how you find that someone died, but on record, you know that this person is a billionaire,
right,
but they don't have any wealth.
Right.
In the process of time, they were transferring all the wealth to another party. So that even when now we divorce, there is this common part. I think it's a Kenyan who. Exactly. He did the same. He did the same. And when you go to on paper, look at his wealth, he doesn't have any wealth. It's in the children. It's assigned to the children. So he just perseveres. And that is why I'm telling you that sometimes women might think that there is nothing, like, huyo hailewi kitu yenye inaendelea. Huyo hailewi. Anaelewa. And I can tell you, men we do talk. Hey, men we do talk.
WhatsApp group.
Men we do talk. Men we do talk. Sitakwambia directly, nitakwambia indirectly. Nitakwambia indirectly.
Right.
And
so
because tumezoea kuambiwa vitu indirectly, I can take it as a code na nianze ku take some interest. And I will just know. By the way, we know. We are very
also for such a scenario to happen.
Yeah.
For, let's say, a woman getting a kid outside the
marriage,
something must have happened. Either the guy wasn't straight, because most of the time, if the man gives his all to the family, that lady will stick, regardless of how crooked they might have been before getting married. That lady will stick if they are shown all the love. So the reason why the lady will go out is because the guy showed some negligence to the family. And because the guy knows that, you get, maybe the guy went out, so even if the lady went out also, as he's putting it, the guy maybe wouldn't be much, it will offend him. And chances are, he might not even punish the wife, but might go for that guy. And it happened in a scenario in the Uganda scene, where this boss was going with someone's wife. And then the guy never went for the wife, but cautioned the guy and told him, if you do that again, I'm going to kill you. And he killed him eventually. He killed him. But he never did anything to the wife. So the guy might know, just play it low, but they have a strategy. They have a plan. They might even have a plan for that kid. They might wait for the next 10, 15 years. But then that kid is not going to get any inheritance. So sometimes that's the logic behind.
I think it has there is someone, just a wealthy business person, that who said that like he went secretly, he did a DNA of all his children.
Right.
Oh wow, okay.
And he concealed all the details until the time now when it came to now distributing the wealth. And he said that you are not my child, you're not my child, you're not my child, this is the DNA report. And there is nothing the wives could do.
Oh wow.
So it's not that they don't know, they know, as he has said. Yeah, but it's only that some strategies in the future.
I'm glad about this discussion raised up. Hata kama you two guys, I think today's discussion has been 2/3 gender role. Right. I just like how it shifted. So as we bring it to a close, since the stars of the shows have been women, what would be your closing remarks? So I think either advice or something of the sort, and also your advice on something to do with Christmas.
I would say something concerning how we are spending our Christmas. It's just a day like the other days. It's only that
I had a feeling you'll touch on that.
When you look at the importance, it is quite important in that we are celebrating the birth of Christ, that He came to earth. So let us not forget that there is life on the 26th all the way to 30th, and also there is life fast all the way to 31st of December in 2021. Let us be wise and not spend all our money traveling, kununulia wase staff, kupatia wase form and all that. And then after that, when it comes to January, we start selling things that we bought, thinking that they are good, only looking for money to take our children to school and all that. So let us just be wise in all our undertakings, and let us do everything responsibly. Let us take care of ourselves. Remember that still the pandemic is on, and it will be very unfortunate for you to celebrate your last December or your last Christmas this year, simply because maybe you are careless or something and you contracted the virus, and maybe you went to be with the Lord. So we don't want that. We want you to be healthy and productive for 2021. Yeah. So that's my all.
Yes, Firebrand Joshua?
I think I would just add a little bit from Firebrand Kevin. It's Christmas time. It's an amazing moment and season, and everyone should have fun. Everyone should enjoy. Remember your family. It's family time. It's time to just come together as family. But as he said, take care. If you're told to social distance, avoid crowded places, do exactly that. This Christmas will not be like any other Christmas. It's going to be probably a bit boring because of the social distance and all those things. But let's adhere to that, because our lives, as Firebrand Kevin said, is more important than having fun. And then also just don't drink and drive. That has to be to be emphasized. And above all, just remember, this season has a reason, and the reason is Christ Jesus. So if He is born to the world, it will be the most amazing thing if He is also born in your heart. So if you've never had a relationship with God, with Christ, it's the best time to just let Him be born in your heart, and you receive Him as your Savior.
Awesome.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year, of course.
Yeah. My outro will be a bit lengthy. Thank you so much once again. I'm glad we've done this for the past 3 months, and we are closing out 2020. I'm excited that we'll be together in 2021 for great tidings, great things in the show. Once again, my outro will be a bit lengthy because for every successful show, there's always a successful team behind it. And I'd like to namely thank the following people for working behind the scenes tirelessly: Marianne Karaoke, Eric Layu, Mama Ichege, the latest bishop, but that's just a joke, Reverend Brian. And I'd also like to thank my predecessors, the previous hosts, Firebrand January Sims and Firebrand Yamai. And I'd also like to give special thanks to Reverend Evans Karaoke for answering the call of God and starting out Firebrand Nation, as a result, Firebrand Nation News, and giving us great opportunities. And last but not least, special thanks to Bishop Margaret Wanjiro for being a great woman in the Lord, for answering her call, and the ripple effect is giving us opportunities such as these ones. So thank you. As what Firebrand Joshua has said, there is a reason for the season. So keep this is a time to have fun with your family. I know there's a new normal, but there's a time to have a mind shift and really enjoy this new normal with your family, but with a different mind shift, because there's always a reason for the season. And God knew that there will be such a season. But guess what? We are finally in Christmas 2020. And if you are able to go through this far, 2021 will be so great. Well, this is all the time we had for you. Have a Merry Christmas. And as always, love God and love others passionately.
Hi Hi guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you would like to join the Firebrand Nation movement, go to our website at www.firebrandnation.com, sign up and someone will get in touch with you. Also follow us on our social media handles at Firebrand Nation on Instagram and YouTube, and Firebrand and Firebrand Nation KE on Facebook. Remember to love God and love others passionately.
JBN